what are people for? And
Oh,
he
wow.
and it was it's a collection of essays. And part of it is like, like understanding that he understood that part of what's happening, he really cared about the loss of, family farmers and traditional culture and all that. And he realized that people were more and more, yeah, they were getting more consumer items they were in their life that were making their life easier, but they were losing throughout society that sense of feeling useful, which a lot of traditional cultures people had that feeling much more. Okay. And so that is usually what you hit on, is one of the huge big components of, again, for me, of like what makes life worth living, is you feel like useful to yourself, to other people, to your community, to like whatever. I mean, even to your cat. There's one story of like one dissonant, critically thinking psychiatrist, who tells a story where he was at the point where he was thinking about killing himself, and he had a cat. And he thought to himself, oh my God, if I kill myself, who's going to feed my cat? My cat will die.
Mm,
And then he realized he was useful, right, for that
mm,
cat to live. And that stopped him in this. He gives us it somewhere on, you can hear the story, but
yeah.
he's, so this idea of being useful is a huge component. And so, yeah, again, a real therapist who's trying to help people who are depressed, who are suicidal, they're thinking about that one of the problematic things that happen to depressed people is they get so overwhelmed by their pain. And shrinks can make this worse. Not just your drug pushing shrinks, but even some lousy psychotherapy gets people more and more self-absorbed,
Mm,
and they're not thinking about other people, and they're not thinking about how they can be useful, which is a great antidote to being depressed. So
mm,
part of
yeah.
a real therapist is like, caring about that, is recognizing like, well, what could I do here to energize these folks to do some things that might be useful for other people, because that's going to actually help their depression.
Yeah, so much is relatively basic, not easy, but basic, make friends, get a hobby, do pottery if you want, get a pet, check in with your family, work a job that makes you feel like you're exercising some of your natural talents.